This is a Wesleyan story about freedom. I'm at Mendenhall Home Place in Jamestown, North Carolina. In the 1840s, a Christian Wesleyan Methodist abolitionist man named Adam Crooks answered God's call and a request from a group of North Carolinian Christian abolitionists for a man of God to move to North Carolina to plant and lead North Carolina's first ever Wesleyan Methodist Church. At the age of 23, Adam answered the bell, obeying God's call for him to move away from Ohio, away from his friends, siblings, and parents, traveling by boat to North Carolina to take up this God-authored work. When Adam arrived in North Carolina, he spent the night here at Mendenhall Home Place, a place where he would befriend its owners, who helped protect him from the frequent persecution he suffered in this state. In the face of persecution, Adam once said, "My trust is in the deliverer of the oppressed." I'm standing on a historic site in Snow Camp, North Carolina. In March of 1848, Adam Crooks finished building and began leading Freedom's Hill Church in this area. Freedom's Hill was North Carolina's first ever Wesleyan Methodist church, an abolitionist church. This church pledged to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ, preach against the crime of slavery, and disassociate itself from slaveholders, or as they called them, man-stealers. This church served as one of the operation stations of the Underground Railroad. The great John Wesley, founder of the Methodist denomination, called slavery villainy and the vilest evil that ever saw the sun. He believed that liberty is the right of every human being. Also, in 1848, the great Frederick Douglass spoke at a Wesleyan Methodist church and described Wesleyan Methodist Christians as a small band of men and women who meet to hear the gospel of freedom and love for all. Freedom's Hill Church's building now rests on the campus of Southern Wesleyan University in central South Carolina. Now I'm standing on Wesleyan Christian Academy's baseball field in Colfax, North Carolina. I'm here because Adam Crooks wasn't the only Ohio-based Wesleyan man to inspire positive change. A man named Wesley Branch Rickey, named after the great John Wesley, graduated from Ohio Wesleyan University. Branch famously and courageously orchestrated the great Jackie Robinson's entrance into Major League Baseball in the 1940s, ending racial segregation in that sport. Who knew God could use a sport like baseball to positively change our society? Oh, and did I mention that both Branch and Jackie professed to be Christian Methodists, the denomination founded by John Wesley, and the denomination that Christian Wesleyans eventually were born out of. And finally, I'm standing in the auditorium at Wesleyan Christian Academy in High Point, North Carolina. In 1971, Wesleyan Christian Academy was born. This school was started by Dr. Clyde Parker, who once served as the pastor of First Wesleyan Church, which once met in this room. Like Branch Rickey, Clyde was a visionary. Clyde also served as a professor at Winston-Salem State University, a historically black college in nearby Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Today, and for the last several decades, Wesleyan Christian Academy students ages 3 to 18 years old have participated in weekly chapels in this room to learn about God, to celebrate God, and to learn who God created them to be. Wesleyan Christian Academy humbly stands on the shoulders of Freedom's Hill Church, First Wesleyan Church, and of course, the matchless grace and power of God. Psalm 78:4 reads, in part, "We will tell the next generation the praiseworthy deeds of the Lord, His power and the wonders He has done." My name is Deon Parker, and it has been my honor to share a Wesleyan story about freedom with you. May God use all of us to become a positive part of the story He is writing for His glory and for the good of future generations.